Welcome to the Midnight Storylines official. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to review in the comment box.
Oliver and Margot's fathers were more than friends, they were brothers and business partners. Oliver's dad held only 30% of the company. 70% belonged to Margot's dad. Then fate struck. Oliver's parents died in a car crash. Margot's dad was shattered. His best friend was gone, so he brought Oliver home. He raised him like his own. Every need, every happiness, he made sure Oliver never felt the absence of his parents. But Margot's mom hated it, every single bit of it. Years passed. Oliver grew up. Sharp, ruthless, brilliant. He took over the business. Margot's mom burned with rage. A charity case running our empire. Margot and Oliver, they were inseparable. Every sentence Oliver spoke started with Margot and ended with Margot. Friendship bled into love without them even realizing it. Margot's dad saw it all, and he smiled. Let's get them married. Both of them said yes before he even finished the sentence. It was their engagement night. The mansion was glowing.
If you are still here listening the story, so please subscribe my channel.
Oliver was in his room, adjusting his cufflinks, heart full. That's when the door slammed open. Margot's mom. Oliver turned, smiling. Aunt, you could have called me if you needed something. Needed something. She stepped forward. Her voice was ice. I only need one thing, Oliver, for you to get out of this house and out of my daughter's life. Forever. Oliver's face turned to stone. What? What are you saying? Are you deaf? She was right in front of him now. She raised a finger at him. Hear the truth. What are you? An orphan raised on our scraps. We fed you. We raised you. We made you human. And what did you do? You made my only daughter a pawn for your greed. Had your eyes on her fortune. Didn't you, Aunt? Watch your mouth. Oliver's fists clenched. My mouth. She laughed harsh. My mouth is telling you your place. Margot is the heir to this family. She owns 70%. And you're the son of a 30% beggar. If you loved Margot, you should have made yourself worthy of her first. You're not even equal to the dirt on her shoes. Every word drove into Oliver's ears like a red-hot iron rod. His chest was tearing apart, but he forced the words out. I respect you, Aunt, but that doesn't give you the right to rip my soul apart. Soul? She took another step closer, spitting with contempt. Ungrateful bastards like you don't have souls. Oliver, you played a game with us. We treated you like a son, and you stabbed us in the back. If you were nursed on a mother's milk, if you're truly your father's son, then leave, right now, this second, and come back. Only come back when you can stand equal to Margot's name. Until then, stay away from even her shadow. The room went dead silent. Only Oliver's breathing filled the space. Eyes blood red, jaw locked. Then he spoke slowly, every word carved in stone. Fine, Aunt, I'm leaving. But listen to me carefully. The next time you face me, this empire of Margot's, he pointed out the window at the skyline. It will look tiny to me. And that night, Oliver vanished. No note, no goodbye, nothing. For Margot, it was doomsday. One day she was picking her wedding dress. The next, she was being told Oliver left her. Everyone blamed her. You weren't enough. He used you. Forgetting Oliver's love was like trying to breathe underwater. Her life didn't end, it just stopped. That's when Ethan walked in. It was a glass tower, the biggest corporate office in the city. Margot was there for an interview. Her dad begged her to join the family business, but she wanted to build something that was hers. She'd been waiting over an hour. No one called her name. Finally, she stood up. Done, high heels clicking. She headed down the marble stairs. One step, two, then her ankle twisted. She was about to crash face first onto the floor when two strong hands grabbed her. If he hadn't caught her, she would have been on the ground. She looked up, and Ethan forgot how to breathe. Black tailored pants, white silk shirt.
Black blazer with sleeves pushed up.
Hair in a high ponytail, two thin strands framing her face, round gold earrings, brown lipstick, green eyes that looked like war. For 1 second, Ethan's heart stopped. Then it started racing. Margaret ripped her arm back. "Excuse me, if you're done touring another planet, you can let go now." Ethan dropped her like she burned him. Margaret stormed toward the exit when his voice boomed behind her. "I just saved you from breaking your neck. We don't do thank you where you're from." Margaret spun around, eyes blazing. "Yes, you saved me, but the way you were staring, I should rip your eyes out for that." Ethan grinned, slow, dangerous. But your eyes are beautiful too. I was thinking of keeping them," he said, never breaking eye contact with those green flames. Thunder cracked. The sky split open. Margaret ran to her car, rain already soaking her blazer. She slid in and sped off, not looking back. Ethan didn't move. He stood there in the pouring rain, suit drenched, watching her tail lights disappear. Finally, he turned to go inside. Something crunched under his shoe. He looked down, a heart-shaped bracelet, silver, delicate. Ethan picked it up, a slow smile spreading across his face. This belonged to the green-eyed princess. He slipped it into his coat pocket and walked inside, water dripping behind him. He had to know one thing. What was a green-eyed princess doing at his company for an interview? Liam pushed through the front doors of his mansion, the way he did every morning. This was his routine. Run the mountains, come home, sweat snow repeat. Outside, the world was freezing, biting cold and gray. Inside, Liam was fire, black tank top, black sweats, his skin flushed red from the run. Sweat dripped down his neck, down the hard lines of his chest, soaking the cotton. He took the stairs 2 at a time to his room, grabbed the towel off the bed, wiped his face, his chest, the beads of sweat clinging to his collarbones, tossed the towel back, ran his fingers through wet hair, and headed for the kitchen. Even with a chef on staff, Liam made his own breakfast, always had. Coffee, boiled eggs, fresh juice, fresh fruit, same thing every day. He slid the glass door open and stepped into the kitchen, then stopped dead. His kitchen, the most beautiful room in this mountain mansion, was destroyed. White, modern, state-of-the-art, every luxury, every convenience. And now it looked like a crime scene. Both fridge doors hung wide open, juice bottles shattered, glass spread across the marble like deadly ice. Every egg pulled out, smashed on the floor, flour everywhere on the counters, the floor, the cabinets. A bowl with flour and water mixed into paste, handprints smeared across the slab. Liam's eyes went wide, his jaw locked. No one touched his kitchen. Not even his chef dared to step in without asking. When his mom was alive, he'd come in with her, carefully, respectfully. So who the hell did this? Liam stepped in, avoiding the glass, avoiding the broken eggs.
Until he reached the counter. Then he snapped. His fist came down hard on the slab. If you are still listening or reading the story, so please subscribe my channel.
The bowl jumped and shattered on the floor. Flour and water splashed up, soaking his shoes, his pants. He slammed both hands down again, rage ripping through him. Then the real destruction started. Every glass, every dish arranged on the counter. He grabbed and hurled them to the floor. Crash, crash, crash. He yanked open cabinets, pulled out expensive plates, beautiful bowls, and smashed them with full force. The sound was deafening. From the corner of the kitchen, a whimper, then a scream she'd been hiding, curled up, trembling, biting back her cries. She couldn't hold it anymore. Glass had cut her face, her neck. She covered herself, sobbing, shaking violently. The sound of a girl's scream made the veins in Liam's head feel like they would burst. His face, already red with fury, turned darker. He understood. He knew exactly who'd done this to his kitchen. That filthy existence was still here. He'd forgotten. How could he forget? This mess was her doing. Liam's blood hit boiling point. He stormed toward her. Catherine was on the floor, trembling, hiding her face, crying. Before he could reach her, his steps halted. Her shirt, the top two buttons were open. Her breasts were visible. Liam's jaw clenched. He turned his face away, disgusted. Then he spun back, his glare lethal. To Liam, girls who didn't respect their parents' honor didn't deserve an ounce of respect. He grabbed her by the arm, yanked her up, and shoved her against the counter. Catherine kept her face hidden in her hands, shaking. Liam ripped her hands from her face. Catherine squeezed her eyes shut. "Open your eyes," he snarled, voice low and dangerous. "Or I'll kill you right here." Catherine's eyes flew open. "Look at me." He bit out each word. "These eyes better not close again." Trembling, Catherine opened them, then shut them again instantly. How could she look into those hazel gray eyes? Eyes that reminded her of Kevin. Eyes she loved. "Open them, miss," he growled. "They stay open."
When death comes for me, I'll stare it in the eyes and hand over my life.
Playing with danger, looking it dead in the eye. That's my favorite game, so keep yours open. He was inches from her, staring into her blue eyes. She hated those blue eyes, hated them. Catherine nodded, obedient, and forced her blue eyes to meet his. Her hands were still pressed to her lips. Her breath held. Liam leaned in, caging her. His hands slammed down on the slab on either side of her, trapping her. Catherine pressed herself harder into the counter, feeling the heat of his furious breath, the rage in his eyes. "What are you doing here?" Liam demanded, venom in every syllable. "How dare you bring your filthy existence into my kitchen?" She stared at his hazel gray eyes, didn't blink. "Answer me, miss," he thundered. I came for water." Catherine stammered, lips trembling. There was no water in the room. "You came here for water." Liam grabbed her arm and gestured to the wrecked kitchen. "I couldn't find water. I took juice and the bottle broke. I was hungry too."
I grabbed eggs and they broke. Guys, if you are still listening or reading it, so please subscribe my channel. It's your support for me.
The kitchen tap wouldn't turn on, so I got water from the bathroom to knead dough. But I added too much water. She said it all in one breath, never breaking eye contact. "What? You brought water from the bathroom?" Liam roared. "I've drunk bathroom water too." She cried as he shouted. Furious, he shoved her away. She hit the counter, pain shooting through her back. Liam ran a hand over his light beard, pacing the kitchen like a caged animal. Catherine still stared at him, eyes locked on his. "You made this mess." Liam stopped, his gaze pure wrath. "So you'll clean it too." Catherine kept looking at him. "Clean it," he growled at her. Catherine nodded without conviction and dropped to her knees. She started scooping flour with her fists, piling it onto the counter. In the process, she smeared the one part of the slab that had somehow stayed clean. Now it was worse. Flour covered her cheeks, her hair. She kept grabbing her spinning head. Liam watched her, hand over his mouth, eyes vicious. "Ah!" A scream tore from her. Glass had sliced her palm. Blood started dripping onto the floor, staining it. Catherine clutched her hand, sobbing hard. Liam made a fist and punched his own palm, barely controlling his rage. At the sound of his fist, she started trembling violently. He moved toward her. She scrambled back. Suddenly, Liam stopped. She watched him, terrified, her breath frozen. Liam exhaled, forcing his anger down. "Get up from there," he said, voice like ice. Catherine rose like a robot at his command, but a dizzy spell hit, and she grabbed her head. Before she could collapse, Liam lunged and caught her. If he hadn't, she would have fallen onto broken glass. Catherine opened her eyes in fear, looking into his hazel gray eyes. She silently mouthed, "Kevin," but she remembered his threat, "Never say that name again," and went quiet. She clutched his tank top, staring at him. Liam saw her lips move. He knew. She'd called out for Kevin. He had her by the waist now. They were impossibly close. Liam's cold breath brushed her lips. Her lips were red, with blood. Blood from her palm had smeared across them. Liam studied her face. A tiny shard of glass was embedded in her cheek, a line of blood running down. Her skin was hot with fever. She looked at him, terrified. Liam realized she was holding her breath, too scared to even blink. Because of his earlier threat, he let her go gently. Catherine stepped back fast, but another dizzy spell hit. Before she could fall, Liam caught her by the arms and led her out. He was heading to the room where he'd carried her unconscious before. Inside, he threw her on the bed. She landed face down, sobbing. Liam's eyes dropped to her back. Her shirt had ridden up. The strap of her undergarment was visible. His temper flared again. He strode to the wardrobe, yanked out a shawl, and tossed it at her. "Wear this, as long as you're here. I won't see you dressed like that." He glared at the curve of her waist. Catherine rolled over and grabbed the shawl in front of her. Liam walked to the dressing room and came back with a medical box. Heavy steps brought him to her side of the bed. He sat. Catherine tried to move away. Scared, Liam grabbed her arm and pulled her close. "Don't move away," he said, icy. Catherine nodded obediently. "And don't scream," Liam said as he pulled the glass from her cheek. The next second, a heart-wrenching scream ripped from her. Liam's glare made her slam her hands over her lips. He saw the blood on her palm and pulled her hand from her mouth. "Let me go, please," she begged. She knew he'd ripped the glass from her hand just as brutally. She couldn't take more pain. "I will let you go," he said coldly, pulling the glass out while dabbing antiseptic on cotton and pressing it to her hand. "I don't want your filthy existence in my mansion either." Catherine screamed again. He kept pressure on the cotton, trying to stop the bleeding. The room was filled with her muffled sobs now. He soaked more cotton in antiseptic. "No," she whispered as his hand moved toward her cheek. "Please don't put that on." She looked at him with cold eyes as he pressed the cotton to her face. Catherine screamed again, but Liam covered her mouth with his palm. "I hate screaming," he said. "Don't scream again or I'll throw you to my animals. My animals are vicious. I don't pity anyone. I don't feel mercy for anyone. Only those who come under my protection deserve mercy." He was cleaning the blood from her neck now. He saw another glass splinter there and pulled it out too. This time, Catherine swallowed her scream. Liam looked at her. She was watching him with wet eyes. This time, he took out a tube and applied ointment to her wounds. Catherine used the same shawl to wipe her tears and then rubbed her nose on it. Liam looked at her with disgust. Flour was still on her hair and face, and now she was rubbing her eyes with the same shawl.
Liam gave her a look of revolution and left the room. Subscribe and comments for the next episode. Thank you.